A very good evening and welcome to your Primetime News Bulletin. I'm Shane Silva.
And I'm Sonali Wanikabadake. We start off with a look at tonight's headlines.
Hailstorm experienced in Ampara, 56 houses damaged. A-level question paper irregularity in Ratnapura raised in Parliament today. MP Sarath Fonseca indicted under 41 charges. Information unearthed on large-scale racket to distribute substandard fuel. And the central bank says certain lending rates are yet to show a full adjustment.
Now for the stories in detail. Ampara District Secretary Sunil Kannangara says that steps have been taken to grant compensation to those whose houses were affected by strong winds that swept across the Paragahakale area in Igniagala. He noted that estimates are currently being gathered on the damage caused.
Strong winds swept across the Paragahakale area in Igniagala last evening. 56 houses were partially damaged while 19 houses were completely destroyed by the winds. Area residents say a hailstorm was also experienced along with the rain that accompanied the winds yesterday.
Ice fell onto our homes. The children went numb and there was nowhere to move. The children were covered with cloth thereafter. Trees also collapsed due to the strong winds. The children started running indoors. We could not go anywhere as trees had collapsed onto the road as well.
We inquired about the weather pattern experienced in Ampara from the Met Department.
Now this hailstorm, we call it a hailstorm, but you don't find it in this part of the world, in the tropical area, very much evident because these are very small type of pellet-like things. But that happens when the thunderstorm clouds develop very isolated. Because we know that thunderstorms were not very prominent in these days. So that was a very isolated thunderstorm. In these thunderstorm clouds, like, cotton wool-like clouds, you have updraft and downdraft. Moisture, going up and getting together, the droplets getting together and go up and swollen and then coming down and again going up. That is how the cloud is developed. When you go higher up, about 30,000 feet, the temperature are very low there. So the ice, it is ice, not water. Then it is 30,000 feet, very low temperatures. If you have thunderstorm today and you are going to have it tomorrow and day after, you get the very first day only. So you don't experience it tomorrow and day after, even today. So that's a very rare phenomena. That was how it happens.
According to the Ampara District Secretary, measures have been taken to provide relief to those affected. 2 villages, each located in the Ampara and Damana divisional secretariats, have been affected by this. Around 75 families have been affected. Those whose houses were completely destroyed have been provided with tents. We have also provided them with dry rations. We plan on granting compensation to those whose houses were partially damaged and fully destroyed.
On to another story making the headlines tonight now. Former Army Commander Parliamentarian Sarath Fonseca was indicted under 41 charges at the Colombo High Court today. Former Army Captain Senaka Haripriya Arnold has been named as the second respondent in the case. The charges against MP Sarath Fonseca state that after he retired from military service, he attempted to dissuade military police officials who were not attached to his security contingent legally from carrying out their work and their loyalty to the government. The persons who allegedly joined him have been charged separately. After considering the charges, Colombo High Court Judge Deepali Vijayasundara issued summons to the accused to appear before court on the 15th of September to hand over indictments.
The government says that HiCorp International, a company registered in the United States, has not purchased any military equipment or other goods on behalf of the Sri Lankan Army. Based on a statement tabled in Parliament today, the company in question has not purchased any equipment or goods for the Army. This was revealed in response to a question posed by ruling party MP Arundika Fernando to the Prime Minister. The MP also inquired about the names and addresses of the owners of the company. The government's response stated that it was not aware about the details of the owners of the company in question.
Wife of former Army Commander Parliamentarian Sarath Fonseca, Anuma Fonseca, participated in a special religious puja today.
The puja was held at the Kaliamma Kovil in Mutwal, together with the participation of several Democratic National Alliance representatives. wife of missing journalist Prageet Eknaligota, Sandhya Eknaligota, was also present at the occasion.
The lawless state of the country is evident to everyone and not just me. No charges could be filed, but my husband was abducted, arrested, and eventually the government stripped him of all his titles and accolades. This is a great injustice.
No matter what title was taken away from Sarath Fonseca, his service rendered to the country cannot be erased from history. There are some people who get some sort of satisfaction from doing things like this. But the people of the country know who headed the war victory. We have been found guilty after going to the police and wanting to lodge a complaint. Therefore, in a country where such a situation exists and the law is not implemented properly, we are only left with the option of coming before the gods.
In tonight's development story, the trial at bar appointed to hear the Angulana double murder case deliberated for the second day today. The case involves the murder of 2 youth in the Angulana area who were allegedly shot dead by 4 police officers who stand accused.
The first witness appearing on behalf of the plaintiff, former driver of the Angulana police, NMR Bandaranavaratna, was cross-examined by counsel appearing for the accused today. He noted that although he gave statements to the police regarding the incident on 2 occasions, it was only a few days after the incident that he provided a detailed account. During re-examination, the witness further said that he was asked by the second accused in the case, the former OIC of the Angulana police, not to reveal the truth regarding the incident. The accused, including former OIC of the Angulana police and 3 other police constables, have been charged with killing 2 youth, including MD Dinesh Tharanga Fernando and GDU Aponso, on the 12th of August 2009. The case will be taken up again on the 25th of August.
In other local stories, the United National Party says that the government is preparing to obtain a $1 billion loan at a very high interest rate. The UNP parliamentarian Dr. Harsha De Silva expressed this view at a media briefing held today.
Very recently, the government said that it is going to raise $1 billion in a sovereign bond. This is after $500 million in October of last year. When KP was captured about a year ago also, Minister Kelia Rambukwal had made a statement that KP, Kumaran Padmanathan, had billions of dollars in some 1,582 bank accounts around the world. Specifically in the case of this $1 billion bond, we urge the government to first get KP's money before you go and borrow $1 billion. KP is supposed to have more than $1 billion. If KP has been captured, this money should come. Get that money. Right? If that is not enough, then, go and borrow elsewhere.
Well, we are now joined by Arundhati Fernando from the newsroom to tell us what's coming up later on in the news.
Who will Australia choose at tomorrow's election? Conservative leader Tony Abbott or Australia's first female Premier, Julia Gillard? News First International Desk has a special election update coming up tonight. Stay with us.